Hey, what's up, guys? Kyle Gavin back from the video, and today I want to talk about Sony buying Warner Brothers games, or trying to acquire Warner Brothers games at this point. So, we all know Sony there is trying to acquire Warner Brothers. They are trying to acquire Warner Brothers there. Not Warner Brothers games, but Warner Brothers themselves. And technically, Warner Brothers has been jumping into company there. They were at TNT at one point. Then they went to Discovery there. And now, now Sony is actually interested in buying. Sony's actually interested to acquire this there, to acquire Warner Brothers games there. This is actually pretty good and pretty bad news there. The only bad news is mostly in their gaming division, where they actually are heavily are interested to buying there, is their gaming division there. And mostly there's this saying, you know what, was this going to buy the whole fucking company there? Mostly when technically Warner Brothers is a big, huge hole Sony's jumping into. Even if it was their gaming division, they were actually really interesting into. But that means there's going to be less shows. There's going to be less shows. There's going to be less things there. They're going to mostly focus on streaming there, and that's what Sony's actually going to do with all these Warner Brother IPs there. Also, mostly acquiring HBO Max there. That's what they are possibly might acquire there for it there. But the big thing they're trying to go after was the games. And mostly, this is going to be bad for the gaming industry there. Something what Microsoft there, or mostly something there we've been trying to get rid of for a very long time, is exclusivity deals. And mostly Sony actually having that underneath their finger there, they can just mostly make any game of Warner Brothers IPs there, like Batman, Hogwarts, and any other type of game they technically own there, or technically Warner Brothers technically owns there, the DC games there, the Harry Potter games there, all those games there Warner Brothers technically owns, will definitely be locked to the PlayStation platform. It will be exclusive to the PlayStation platform there. And reason why I'm saying it will be exclusive to the PlayStation platform there, because Sony there is trying to acquire them and try to lock it in. Because we all know about Sony's relationships with other gaming companies there, it's been sour there. It's been sour for the last couple years. They didn't even want their own IP games to go on rival platforms there, like Xbox and Nintendo. They didn't want Xbox and Nintendo there. Yeah, some of the IPs went there, like Death Stranding there and stuff. The baseball thing was totally by the baseball league, so they didn't have no choice there to put it on there. About the show going on to Xbox and to go multi-platform, so they didn't have no choice there because LMB was going to pull the license on that there. So technically, mostly them taking their little fingers and try to fucking touch the Warner Brother IP. They're going to mostly lock those games up there to the PlayStation platform there, and mostly technically will technically lose a massive audience there. Because if you look at the PlayStation there with Final Fantasy and with Square Enix there, the player numbers were really staggering there, and they were technically dropping down in ratings there. I might see the same thing there, because mostly just imagine if Batman Arkham Knight there was on Xbox there, and they removed it off of Xbox because PlayStation owned the rights for them. PlayStation owns the rights. They're like, yo, yeah, we own this IP there. We're going to take it off of on these other platforms there. That will definitely hurt the actual consumer who actually has it. Mostly minus maybe if you have the actual game on Xbox there, like you have the hard copy of the game or something. You can still play it on Xbox regardless. But like it will take it off. They possibly might take it off Game Pass. They might take it off the Xbox store there, and it will definitely mostly affect the sales of those games there. Mostly like it might go mostly those Warner Brothers games. They're actually selling really well being multi-plat. They're selling really well being multi-plat. It's right here right now. And then watch when Sony acquires them, it's going to go down here. It's going to go down there. It's going to go. You're going to see a massive shift there, and mostly Sony there doesn't care. They don't care. They might want to keep their games locked there. So that's only the bad thing about that there. The games will be fucking locked on PlayStation there. And this will hurt Warner Brothers games for sure. Warner Brothers is struggling right now. You don't think Warner Brothers is not struggling right now? Warner Brothers is struggling right now. They went through 3 fucking companies there. 3 fucking companies there. Warner Brothers actually went through 3. They went through their Warner Brothers. I forgot what the other name, that other company there. They went through TNT, and now they went through Discovery, and now Sony wants to be the 4th victim there, going through that rabbit hole. What Warner Brothers actually is having, it's going to be a death sentence for him. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about Sony acquiring Warner Brothers? Comment, rate, my response to these videos. We like web bros. Please subscribe to them. My insurance uploads your own live streams. Comment, response to these videos. Like out. Peace.